up, guys? Welcome back to Piggy Garage. Quarantine season, taking a ride in the car. Got to get out of the house, try to stay sane. I figured I'd make a video as I thought to myself, this is spring of 2020, and I've pretty much had this car. This will be the, I believe, third summer? Something like that. I bought the car pretty much December of 2016 is when the car came to my house from a dealership in North Carolina. And I just wanted to, pretty much 3 years, just talk about my 3-year review, or 3-year of ownership review of owning the GT350R. As you guys probably know, a lot of my close friends and you guys that follow me on social media, I absolutely love this car. Me as a car enthusiast, I normally hang on to a car for about 2 to 3 years, and then I try to get something new. But this car has me kind of not really wanting anything new. It's really, in my opinion, a hard car to beat for the price that it is. Now you can get these cars for 70 grand, $80,000, sometimes even cheaper with higher mileage. And you just can't beat it for the price. I mean, it has the sounds, stock. You don't have to do anything to it. It has the sounds. It handles extremely well. It's pretty fast in a straight line. It's not the fastest car in the world, but you'll never be the fastest, in life, period, with anything. If you put it to anything, you'll never be the richest, strongest, whatever, if it's any criteria. So having the most powerful or fastest vehicle is not really what I look for, because you'll never be able to beat someone else. There's always going to be a faster car. So for me, it really checks off all the boxes. It's comfortable. It's unique enough to where you don't see it on the road. I like that presence about it. And like I said, I've kept it for 3 years. This will be the I guess December of 2020 will be the 3-year mark. 2016 to 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. So December 2020 will be the 3-year mark of owning this car, and nothing else really satisfies me enough to where I feel the need to sell this thing and pick something else up. If I was going to get something, it's going to be well into the $100,000, $200,000 price range, and I really, being as young as I am, I don't really want to make that step yet, because once you make that step into the supercar range, it's really hard to find something to satisfy yourself. You'll be at that level 10, and then a brand new M3 isn't going to bring you to the level 10, because that Lamborghini already brought you to that level 10. So it's real hard to satisfy, or really make yourself happy once you've had the best. So I don't want to really bite the bullet or, go out and buy a Lamborghini Huracan or something more, high class, if that makes sense, at this point in time in my life. It just sounds amazing. It really puts a smile on my face. Like I said, I enjoy the car. I bought it for about $90,000, a little over 90 grand, brand new, back in 2016. And if I was to sell it now, I'd probably lose a little bit of money. But like I said, I really don't have an interest in selling it. And even at $90,000, I think this car is a steal. It's one of 18, and avalanche gray. Only 18 cars were painted this color, which kind of makes it unique in itself. Also, Ford is no longer in 2020 building this car. They're focusing all their building on the GT500. I do like the GT500. I might add that to the garage. So I might add a GT500 to the collection to go alongside this, because I really do like driving a manual. It really, it's something different. It's something that's, going away. And, a car that revs to 9,000, well, 8250 RPMs is kind of like, it's just a blast to drive. Yeah, so I can't really think of anything negative to say about the GT350R. The interior isn't, you know, the level of a, you know, $100,000 car, but really I have a daily driver, and this isn't, you know, supposed to be that luxury level. It's just supposed to be raw, savage engine, noise, tons of grip, which it has, just that weekend driver, road carver. That's really what I'm looking for, or was looking for when I purchased this car, and that's pretty much why I have no interest in really getting rid of it. We'll see in the next couple years what comes out and what strikes my interest, or maybe I'll change my mind about stepping into a higher caliber car. But like I said, I don't really know of a car under $100,000, or even under, you know, well, $150,000 maybe. I do like the GT3 RS, AMG GTR, Lamborghini Huracan. Those would be, you know, the next caliber car for me. And anything in the under $100,000 range, in my opinion, nothing has really satisfied me or struck me to be like, wow, I kind of want that. So I enjoy the car. Other negative things, the tires don't last that long. I'll probably have to get new tires here. I'm at about a little over 2,000 miles on this vehicle, and it really does go through the tires. I know that the Michelin Cup 2 second generation, compound tires, they formulated a new compound where it's a little bit better wear and tear, and it's also better in the wet. Oh, another thing, never drive this car in the rain, because it does not handle well in the rain. I haven't had it in the rain, but I do have friends that have these same tires, and they said it is awful to drive. And in the cold weather, if it's below 30 degrees, I won't take this car out because it has no traction whatsoever. Pretty much that's all I really have to say. It's if you're thinking about buying a GT350R, I would say 100% do it. If you're thinking about between a GT350 and a GT350R, I would pay the extra money at the GT350R. It is a big difference. Anyone that says it's not a big difference, it is. It's a huge difference. The sound, the feel, you know, being a, you know, more rarer car, it checks off all those boxes. So I would say save up a couple extra bucks, save up a couple extra paychecks, and just get the GT350R. One thing when I bought a Subaru STI over the WRX was, I thought to myself, if I was at a stoplight in a WRX and someone pulled up next to me in the STI, I would have been like, wow, you should have just saved up for another month and bought the STI. So same thing with the GT350R. If I was in a GT350 and R pulled up next to me, I would have been like, wow, I could have saved up for like a little bit more and just bought the R. Now these cars are, like I said, in the $70,000 price range. Buy one. Buy one now before they totally aren't making them anymore and everything goes to a hybrid, electric, paddle shifting stuff. And these cars will probably go up in value. I don't buy cars to flip them and sell them to make profit. More or less, cars are my retreat away from reality, and you know, to get me into that like happy place. This is my happy place. When I'm driving, it takes me away from the stress of work, the stress of this or that, or something that's a wicked burnout. The things that need to be done. It's my little getaway. So I don't really look at cars as an investment. I look at them as a fun tool, or a thing to have fun in. Like I said, to pretty much cover up or summarize, I know I kind of did a rambling. I love just about everything about this car. Complaints would be the tires. You can switch out tires. The interior not being super, you know, fancy, which I didn't buy this car to be a Bentley. I bought it to be a weekend road carver, and it does that. The front splitter is a little bit low, so I fixed that with the Slippo guards. That works out good. The Alcantara on the steering wheel, it has, like, if you look at a Lamborghini Huracan with like 5,000 miles, it wears really bad. This Alcantara steering wheel is great. I like the suede seats. I like the Recaro seats. If you're over like 200 pounds, they might be a little bit uncomfortable for you. For me, they fit me perfect. If you drive it for over about 2 hours, your butt might fall asleep. But other than that, I love the car. I love the looks, the sound, the carbon fiber rims. It's really hard to find a car that you can buy, straight from the factory, stock, and not really have to do anything to it. I mean, it revs to 8250. The sound is amazing. The engine comes from a Ferrari 458. Ford literally took it, or bought a Ferrari 458 and stripped the engine apart and copied pretty much everything. So you have the sounds, have the looks, the power's there, and the grip is insane. Like, you can take corners at jail time speeds and scare yourself pretty much because the car just wants more. Oh, another negative, the wing in the back. If you dry it with a towel, it will scrape up, so don't do that. I had mine ceramic coated and paint corrected, so now when I dry it, I just dry it with a blower, and it's perfect. Would I buy this car again? Yeah, heck yes. Would I spend $30,000 over MSRP for it again? Yeah, it's literally a blast to drive. And like I said, I don't make money from cars. Like, I have a day job, and more or less the reason why I work my day job and try to be as successful as possible and always better myself is to buy cars, because that's my getaway. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to have fast cars because I loved looking at them, being in them, driving them, that visceral experience. It's kind of like my drug. So, would I buy it again? Yes. Do I think this car is worth every bit of $100,000? Yes. If you can get one for 70 grand, I think it's a steal. I really, like I said, I don't know any cars that are of this caliber for under $100,000. And if you disagree with me, drive one. And if you have driven one and disagree with me, I would love to hear what car you think outperforms this or brings you to that, that level 10. Because some people have different preferences. For me, the rawness of this car, it really does it for me. I'm not going to ramble on any longer. Hopefully you guys found something informational about this. I kind of went off on a tantrum, but I just pretty much wanted to summarize that I'm keeping this car because I love it. And I don't have any reason to, sell it, because there's nothing else that can really bring me to this level 10 like this car has. And for people that have driven in this car or driven this car, they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a great car, and it's kind of sad that Ford isn't really making it anymore. So if you're looking at buying one, I would do it before it's too late and they start going through the roof. If you guys have any questions or want to know anything in particular about, the GT350 or GT350R, or if you should supercharge one, I have a pretty good knowledge base with all those artifacts. So just leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more videos.